you get a bag. And you get a bag. And I get a bag. That's right. Everybody is getting bags this offseason, predominantly when it comes to pass rushers, whether you are a defensive end classification or whether you are a linebacker classification. And we just got the news that's going to change the landscape, in my opinion, or it very, very well could, of the next big contract to go out for a pass rusher. This is coming from Tom Pelissero. Says the Steelers and star defensive end, really a linebacker, TJ Watt agreed to terms on a contract extension per sources. Watt's extension is expected to exceed $40 million a year, making him the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. And what it wound up being was a 3-year extension for $123 million, which is exactly $41 million per year. Now, I don't know what's guaranteed right now. That really doesn't matter. What matters is, will Aidan Hutchinson overtake TJ Watt when it comes to being the highest paid non-quarterback, especially when it comes to defensive ends? We've seen Myles Garrett take the mantle earlier this offseason after all that nonsense he put us through. Now, I knew we weren't going to get our hands on TJ Watt, but as long as there was ruckus, I was going to be making videos, right? It's always a possibility. Now, just like Miles and Max before him, TJ Watt is off the table. But what does that mean for Aidan Hutchinson? Now, I want you to put in the comments below as you're listening to this video, what do you think is fair for Aidan Hutchinson to get? Just so you know, Aidan Hutchinson right now is not even paid in the top 100 players. He's well underneath that, still on his rookie deal. He's making a decent amount this year, but the big bucks come in next year and the years beyond. Here's the thing. Penei Sewell was extended. I don't know I think I'm getting an old man voice. When you start to crack, it gets cracky. Penei Sewell, after year 3, became the highest paid offensive lineman in the National Football League at the time. Record-setting deal. Hutch would have gotten that same type deal, that same type situation, but he got injured. So do you think that the Detroit Lions are going to extend Hutch now or extend Hutch later? Now, I want to show you something. Again, TJ Watt is now the highest paid non-quarterback on a per year average in the NFL. Every one of these people, I can't believe Dak Prescott is number 1. But all the people that you're going to see here, everyone on this list, including our very own Jared Goff, are quarterbacks. We're going to scroll down here, and the first non-quarterback that you are going to see is TJ Watt. He just jumped over Jamar Chase. He took the mantle from Myles Garrett. He overtook Justin Jefferson down here, Max Crosby, CeeDee Lamb, just to name a few. But the question I have for you is, what do you think should happen to Aidan Hutchinson? Do you think Hutch deserves to be the highest paid non-QB in NFL history? I think you can make an argument for it. I really, really do. If he wasn't hurt, he would have won, in my opinion, Defensive Player of the Year, Sack Leader of the Year. Now he's trying to win Comeback Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Sack Leader of the Year. I know he got that on his mind, but should he overtake Watt? That's a tough call. That is a tough call. Let's take a look at what Spot Track has his market value as, and you tell me if you agree or disagree. Has it at $35.3 million a year, 4 years, $141 million, and that would put him defensive end ranking at number 3. So that means that he would, if he got this right here, this is going off the current defensive end rank. So I'm assuming TJ Watt would be 1, Myles Garrett would be 2, and now Aidan Hutchinson would be 3. And I think Max Crosby would be 4. So that would put him, that would put him higher than Nick Bosa. That would put him higher than Max Crosby by just a little bit. And that would put him under Myles Garrett and under now TJ Watt. I don't know, y'all. Let me know. Let me know. If I'm Hutch, and the crazy part is I haven't made a video yet, But earlier this week, I was seeing through the grapevine that Hutch could be extended this week. And I'm wondering if Hutch was in the workings to be extended, what does this do? Because this changes things. I did not, TJ Watt came out, and at that point, I mean, I knew it was a wrap that he was not going to get traded to the Detroit Lions because A, we still have to pay Hutch, and B, he said he wanted to be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, and he got exactly what he deserved. I think that's like the first time I've ever really can recall seeing that somebody just is like, I'm not coming, I'm not doing anything, I want to get paid. Now, I do believe that this shuts the door on like a Trey Hendrickson. Even though the door was probably slightly cracked, it slams the door on it because not only the Cincinnati Bengals are not budging, but if you're looking at this, if you're Trey, you're looking like, okay, everybody's getting the bag but me. Now, I'm not going to slam the door just yet because stranger things have happened. Deals could be worked out, and, you know, you can hustle your way to anything in the National Football League. So I'm not going to slam the door, shut it all the way, but I think it's pretty much closed. But what is this going to do for Hutch? Do you think $35 million a year is fair? Now, here is something I would consider if I was Hutch. I'm going to say, okay, if I wouldn't have been hurt, I would have been the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. To me, there's no doubt about it. He would have beat Miles. He would have beat Watt. He would have beat Max. He would have beat all of them because the trajectory he was on in year 3 was unbelievable. It was something. The dude has 7.5 sacks. He got like 5 in one game, right? He was just getting started. I'm going back and I'm watching the highlights again for the countdown to camp, and you really realize just how early we lost him. It was after the bye week playing Dallas. We were in our 5th game, and we lost Hutch. Imagine if he would have had those 12 games, right? So he's the youngest of all. He's younger than Max. He's younger than Miles. He's younger than TJ. This dude, TJ Watt, is 30, right? Or about to be. He's very close to 30. So Hutch really has everything at his disposal. So if I'm Hutch, and the Lions are saying, I don't know if we can give you 40. We can pass Watt, but we'll give you 35. Do I bet on myself and say, okay, why can't you do that? Well, you're coming off an injury. All right, let me prove to you I can do this. I'm still under contract for this year, still on my rookie deal. I'm not hurting for money. Give me a year to get this. Give me a year to earn this. If not, we can do what you proposed. And I would lock it in. I would put, I don't know, answer the question. Like, what would you do? What would you do? Would you take the 35? I'm sure we probably would, right? But if you're Hutch and you have the ability to come out and win, because if Aidan Hutchinson was to win, he don't even have to win all 3. But if he won comeback player of the year, sack leader of the year, defensive player of the year, if he won 1, 2, or all 3 of those, like the triple crown, he will be the highest paid non-NFL player. And this is going to get sticky for the Detroit Lions very soon because I believe that Jahmyr Gibbs, I don't know what he's going to get, but I believe that Jahmyr Gibbs will be the highest paid running back in the National Football League when his extension comes up. So let me know your thoughts. Does Hutch deserve right now to be the highest paid? Does he deserve more than Watt? If you were Hutch, what would you do? I mean, realistically, we taking $35 million a year. That ain't no question, right? But if you were Hutch and you saw what was happening and Miles and Max and all of these guys at this point are making more than you, but if this extension will put you number 3, do you chance it and go for number 1, or do you just take 35? Just take? I know I sound like I got 36, right? But do you take this, or do you bet on yourself? Do you try to set history, right? And Brad Holmes, don't forget, we used the word cheap up until last year, but he proved to us he is not cheap. He made Amon-Ra St. Brown the highest paid receiver for like a day. Then he got passed. Penei Sewell, the highest paid offensive lineman. He threw Jared Goff a bag. He will pay his players if they've earned it, especially the ones he drafted. Hutch, to me, he's definitely earned 35. If he would have finished this year the way he was, or last year, the way he was looking to finish it, he would have earned the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. So if I'm Hutch, I don't know. Bet on myself, or do I take this? Either way it go, it's a win-win situation. It really is. But it's something about besting. Remember, TJ Watt said, I want to be the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. And we've seen that mantle passed at least 2 times. I mean, I know Miles had it. I feel like somebody had it after that as well. But we've seen it happen at least 2 documented times this offseason. It's only going to continue. Now Hutch could take this, or he could break the bank next year. And in a year that we've got to decide what we're going to do, if we're going to extend J-Mo, if we're going to extend Laporta, if we're going to extend Branch. Right before this, Kirby got his bag. Aleem McNeil the year before. So, or not the year before, but, the offseason before. It's going to get sticky. Listen, I understand why we can't sign big name players that's going to require money. I get that, because we got those players on our team. But that one player, that big name player, could be the difference between the Detroit Lions making and winning their first ever Super Bowl. I think things will be a little different for me when we get there. Right? The Rams, they did what they had to do. Von Miller, Odell Beckham Jr., Matthew Stafford, they did what they had to do, and they got what they came for. That's all I want us to do. So I'm not saying we ever will, but that's what you hear from me. So I understand that we can't just pay. I also don't really believe in the salary cap either. It goes up every year. The Saints $100 million over. What is it there for if you can go $100 million over? Not $10 million, not $25 million, $100 million over. Like, what is that? So I'm not saying that I want Brad to do that. I'm just saying I would never say never. Like, things can never happen. You have to pay these people, because that's going to be our team. We're paying people. We are just getting started. St. Brown, Goff, Aleem, and Panay was only the beginning. We still got at least 5 or 6 people, and that's not including whatever we're going to throw Malcolm Rodriguez, right? Anyway, you see I'm rocking the We Have a Hutch shirt. You can get them in the store as well. Everything in the store is $25 now through Saturday, so consider grabbing yourself a piece of Syndicate merchandise. This channel was made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You can be anywhere else on YouTube, and sometimes you change your channel name after you go through a couple hosts because you suck, but you choose to be with me. And as always, take care of yourself and each other. Go Lions. We back, baby. Young Pop.